Some games are quiet and atmospheric, but others are big, ambitious, and impossible to ignore. These are the kind of games that define the next generation, the ones people wait years for. And today, we're looking at 5 upcoming titles that could become some of the biggest releases in the industry. Resident Evil Requiem looks like a serious attempt to bring the franchise back to its true survival horror roots, while still keeping the scale and quality of modern games. What immediately stands out is the atmosphere. Everything feels darker, heavier, and far more grounded than before. The environments are incredibly detailed, with realistic lighting that makes even simple locations feel threatening. You're not just walking through areas, you're constantly scanning your surroundings, listening for sounds, and expecting something to happen at any moment. The tension builds slowly, and that's what makes it effective. Instead of overwhelming you with action, the game creates pressure through uncertainty, forcing you to think about every move, every resource, and every decision. It feels like the kind of experience where survival actually matters again, where you can't just rush forward without consequences. If it delivers on this tone, it could easily become one of the strongest entries in the series in years. Death Stranding 2 continues one of the most unique concepts in modern gaming, expanding on the original game's unusual mechanics and storytelling approach. The first game was already something very different, focusing on connection, movement, and atmosphere rather than traditional action. And this sequel looks like it's going even further in that direction. The world appears larger, more detailed, and even more unpredictable, with new environments and systems that change how you interact with the game. What makes it especially interesting is the way it blends gameplay with narrative, creating an experience that feels almost like a film at times. You're not just completing objectives, you're part of a larger story that unfolds gradually as you move through the world. The pacing is deliberate, giving you time to absorb the environment and understand what's happening. It's not a game for everyone, but that's exactly why it stands out. It offers something different, something that doesn't follow the usual rules, and that alone makes it one of the most anticipated releases. Samson is shaping up to be a very different kind of action experience, especially coming from a studio like Liquid Swords, which was founded by developers with a strong background in large-scale cinematic gameplay. What makes this project interesting is not just the action itself, but the tone it seems to be aiming for. Instead of exaggerated or over-the-top gameplay, it appears to focus on a more grounded and intense style, where every movement and every encounter feels meaningful. The game is expected to deliver a strong narrative combined with high-impact combat, creating moments that feel both cinematic and immersive. There is a sense that the developers are trying to build something that feels realistic, but still engaging. Something that pulls you into its world rather than just throwing constant action at you. If they manage to balance storytelling with gameplay correctly, Samson could stand out as a more mature and focused action title compared to others in the genre. Clockwork Revolution has the potential to become one of the most interesting RPGs of the next generation, mainly because of its core mechanic, time manipulation. The idea that your actions in the past can directly change the present world opens up a huge range of possibilities, both in gameplay and storytelling. Instead of making simple choices that only affect dialogue, the game allows you to reshape environments, alter events, and see the consequences of your decisions in real time. The steampunk setting adds another layer of depth, with a world that feels rich, detailed, and full of personality. Visually, it already stands out with its unique style, combining historical elements with futuristic technology. But what really matters is how it uses its systems to create a reactive experience where players feel like their choices truly matter. If done right, this could be a game where no 2 playthroughs feel the same, making it not just visually impressive, but also deeply engaging on a gameplay level. Silent Hill Townfall is one of the most mysterious and intriguing projects in the horror genre right now, and that uncertainty is exactly what makes it so interesting. Unlike traditional horror games that rely on constant threats or action, Silent Hill has always been about something deeper, about psychological tension, emotion, and the feeling that something is not quite right. Townfall seems to follow that direction, focusing on storytelling, atmosphere, and subtle details rather than obvious scares. The environments appear quiet but unsettling, with small elements that slowly build a sense of dread over time. It's the kind of experience where nothing needs to jump at you to make you feel uncomfortable. Instead, the game creates tension through suggestion, through sound, through the way the world reacts to your presence. This approach makes every moment feel more personal, almost like the game is designed specifically to get inside your head. If it stays true to what makes Silent Hill special, this could be one of the most memorable psychological horror experiences in years. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming content. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about these games?